I understand the tensions and the valid complaints. Wrongs have been committed by both sides. This violence does not come out of nowhere. But there's a saying in Zulu that you cannot slaughter all the sheep because one sheep has transgressed. We're making South Africa a swear word, my dear comrades. We're swear words on the continent and a laughing stock in the rest of the world. Because the world knows that we are so quick to forget. Africans are a family. Honorable Deputy Speaker, I was humbled when His Majesty the King of Lesotho privately came to my house to comfort me when my wife died. Head of state, because of one family.
It is not South African to hate thy neighbor when we have lived side by side, even in the darkest of days, at the height of the apartheid regime. What we do need to do is to continue the fight against inequality in our society and commit to working together to implement the National Development Plan.
Honorable members.
You know, Deputy Speaker, I'm amazed that you could make such a mockery of such an important debate.
I'm amazed that you would talk about morals and ethics when you are a human trafficker who brings people into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human trafficker. You are a human trafficker. On a point of view,
firstly, let us state unequivocally that we believe that the recent upsurge of attacks against our African siblings from other countries was sponsored by the state. The main catalyst of these events was the unfair raiding of foreign-owned shops in Johannesburg CBD. We say this was unfair because these kinds of raids are only reserved for African nationals. No one raids China malls, where most counterfeit products are sold. Secondly, we must also dismiss the dominant narrative out there that African nationals are taking ordinary South African jobs. South Africa's high unemployment has nothing to do with the presence of African nationals in this country. Even if you were to take all of them out, we will still remain with high unemployment rates. The main reason for unemployment in this country is government incapacity to build a strong developmental state that will ensure that the country is able to build its manufacturing sector to create jobs for the people. There are Nigerian criminals doing drugs as much as there are South African criminals and criminals from East European countries. The targeting of Nigerians only as the main cause of the drug problem in this country is merely an expression of hatred from black people in general. Even if the allegations were true, there is no excuse for the barbaric killing of murder of people on the streets. We cannot be a country that allows for self-help at this level. We therefore urge the police to do their job properly. All those looting, beating, and killing people must be apprehended and prosecuted.
Citizens of this country have got documents. If they leave this country, we give them the passports. They can identify themselves. When they get there, they can say why they are there. If the countries in which they go do not need them, they say to them, please, we have enough labor, you can go back to your country. That right, then we do that. That right we also have in relation to other countries. But our government cannot allow for people to come from anywhere and everywhere and come into this country without documentation, without indicating why they are here, without indicating where they are going to live. without saying how much money they have to spend for that period. We cannot do that because we are not also allowed to do that in other countries. So that is the first problem, is if our country is not going to look after this country and manage interests at the borders and so on, we will be in difficulties.